Are we live? Hello, gang. Are we all in lockdown? We all locked up and all of that. So welcome. Let's have another little yarn to see what's going on with in your world. And I might be able to give you some insights into what's going on in worlds in other real estate agencies all around the country. So I'm just going to make sure my little stream is rocking and rolling so I can see you guys. And then we will see what mischief we can get up to. But it says I'm live, so I will just make sure of that. Go to my page. We'll see what trouble we can get into. So give me a shout down below to see where you're coming in from. How you doing? Scale of 1 to 10. How's your attitude and how's your, your demeanor? How goes, 10 is you're loving lockdown and it's like a little staycation for you. And 0 is you're about to, get some weaponry from all the Xbox games you've been playing, these first-person shooters, and you're starting to wish that it was the real world and you want to go and blow something up. So it's 0 to 10, how you're feeling. Let me, while we do that, I'll just make sure I can see your comments, which I always do over there. Or on my phone, I could probably do it, couldn't I? Yes. So how you guys traveling? I know you guys are, oh, there we go. It did just say I've gone live. So that means you guys will be getting the notifications. There you go. Wayne Carroll's on. Go, Wayne. How you doing, man? One of the ones that's doing some good things in this trying market. Just wanted to say g'day, saying we had a wonderful 3-day, and the thanks that you guys sent me about the online version of the, what we call it, the Ultimate 2020 Real Estate Agent, where I sort of talked about some of the newer things, marketing wise, prospecting wise, lead generation wise, all of those things. We talked about that last night, 3 big nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Alex Harden, who's on, him and his partner Felicity were almost the stars of that show, because a couple of days before, in my inner circle, we did a 3-hour kind of Harden case study, because Harden Property, Alex and Felicity are doing such amazing stuff, even in the midst of this turmoil. So, and their Facebook, by the way, and my thanks to you guys, but I would just say, you know what, the good thing is, I was going to say you shouldn't be annoying them. It's like so many people saying, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? The thing is, they're doing it. Right? They're working harder than ever before. Everything you've ever seen me train you in, if you've been at trainings over the years, sure, we might be doing a little more on Facebook, a little less in letterboxes, but it's the same principle. They just haven't been crippled by what might be happening. They're just taking the rules as they are. They're only running their buyers one-on-one after they've qualified them well, and they're kicking butt. They haven't stopped. They're not saying to their vendors, oh, wait till August before you sell. They're getting them on the market. They're doing the job. They're doing the work, and they're getting great results for their sellers. So, and as you can see down below right now, Alex and Felicity are in the comments chatting. They're doing the work. So it was really cool to be spending these times with agents that are doing so, because I tell you, I'm seeing it firsthand in many of the groups. I'm seeing the infighting. It's getting worse. Right? The agents are getting aggro at each other. Agents are getting aggro at me for not being outraged enough, for not being, vigilant enough. I have been accused of, I'd expect better leadership from you, Glenn, when what I'm doing is recommending you do what the government says, play by the rules, and once you've gotten the rules established, you go in your business as hard as you can so you can stay afloat. So it seems that some people want me to recommend to you, hide, do more than the government are asking of you, let your business fall into a heap and hope you've still got one in August. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not acting that way in my business, so I'm not going to say that you should act that way in yours, and if I cop grief for that, if I lose a few friends or whatever over that attitude, then so be it, but here's the thing. I'm not even judging them saying, oh, they're wrong and they shouldn't be like that. It is a symptom of the fear that the whole world is under right now, because no one knows what's going on. And anyone who says they know, they're lying to you, because no one can know. And so let me just bring up my comments so I can actually read them, because when I'm at When I'm trying to look at it on my phone, I got no hope because the comments whiz by a bit too fast. So, all right. So let's have a little look at where we are up to. So Alex says Twiddleinator. Thank you, mate. Good stuff. Wayne Carroll. Yeah, good man, mate. And great implementation I'm seeing from you, bud. Awesome. Wayne, I'm going to tell you the story about Wayne one of these days, but I'll give you the snapshot. Oh, so have I got sound? Oh, no, that's just me. I was going to say, have I got some sound coming through? It's me rambling on. All right. So Wayne joined our little coaching world in one of our programs, and he put his Harley up for collateral, right? His Harley Davidson. So I'm going to love telling Wayne's story, and he's already 2/3 paid this thing off that he had a year to pay off. It's been like a month or something, and Wayne's paid off 2/3 of his program up front. So Wayne, good job, my man. Your Harley is safe, even though I'm loving telling the story in the future of the lengths that you went to under financial and global stress and duress. Man, you put it all on the line, bud, and I'm loving seeing the results that you're getting, mate. And so good work. Good work. All right. So yeah, who's on? Luke's Walker's on. G'day, my man. Luke Walker, bit of a regular on these Facebook Lives, doing some great work on social. And yeah, Luke is saying they do about the Harden property, Felicity and Alex. They do wicked social, and I agree 100%. And here's what's interesting, Luke, is Alex, just pop down in the comments below. What did you think of social media when we first met late last year, sort of October or whatever it was last year? What did you think of Facebook when we met last year? And I can sort of tell you, and you'll see in the comments that he hated Facebook. He had like 6 friends, him, his wife, his mum, and that's about it. Can you show us what lighting you were using for the green screen? Dude, it's a Bunnings bloody thing. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. And by the way, the link to this streaming software is in the comments above, in the whatever above. Let me show you what they've updated literally today, right? Today. Look what you can do now. There you go. There's my background. That updated today. The software can now have video in the background. So there we go. We've got me and Sir Rich, me and ET. So you can sort of see it's now look, this is not even what I would recommend you should have as your video for the background, but it was the only video I could find. But certainly, and when you're doing your virtual listing presentations, you probably won't have something as distracting as this as your background, but it is, oh, look, Warren Kappa. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But to answer Luke's question, he's saying, Glenn, can you show us what lighting you're using for the green screen? Yeah, dude, it's nothing magical. It is just simply, and if you see, it's just, as you can see, anything that's green gets replaced by the graphic. Yeah. So there's the green over there on the wall, and see that light there, that orange light? That's what my lighting is. Bloody Bunnings work lights. Just make sure that the light is white. Because if you go to Bunnings and you get sort of work lights, sometimes they can be kind of, yellow. They can be sort of yellow tinged. So just make sure they're white light, and you will come up like this. You will come up a bit paler than you really are, but it does look better than any other way. And sometimes with lighting, depending on the time of the day, or you move it, did you see how when I move a little bit there, see how my jacket gets a bit funny over on this thing? Yeah, see that? That's because I haven't properly set up the lighting magnificently. But look, it's good enough for what do they say? Good enough for, I don't know, whatever that saying is. But yeah, the link to the software that does this for your virtual listing presentations is in the thing above. And yeah, it's very, very good. So Felicity says, we choose our mindset. That's exactly right. I'm not saying, when we're talking about this craziness, I'm not saying not to be vigilant. But what I am saying is, that's what I say in the heading up there, there will be winners in this mess, and it's up to you whether you're going to be one of them. So you choose your level of what you're doing as far as protecting yourself, your family, and all of those sorts of things. You're following the legal requirements that the government is laying out before us. You're accepting whatever governmental assistance is being offered to you to the degree that you need it. And those are all your decisions. And then once you've got that, once you've got those parameters in place, the rest is up to you, is how you attack it, how you live every day, how panicky you are, or how up and positive you might be or had. I just can't see that there's a reason to perpetuate to your marketplace panic. I just can't see the up in that, you know? Even if you're feeling a bit, I wonder if, because I tell you, I've had my days, not so much recently, but when this first came and it went from a joke about toilet paper to, oh my God, you know, we just lost 3 clients out of our 100, you know, I thought, okay, I don't like that. That's 3% of our revenue that goes away. Heaven forbid, let me focus on the 97% that are rocking. And like even today, signed up 3 new clients today on brand new programs who aren't taking this line down. So, you know, there's going to be winners in this. Make no mistake. And it's your choice whether you're going to be one of them, you know. All right, Jeff Luby says, I bought you a Harley. Yes, you did, good sir. And Alex Harden just says, in answer to my question about what did he think of Facebook some 6 months ago, he hated it. And now 6 months later, he's absolutely smashing it. So, yeah, all right. So, yeah, Felicity is just saying you get judged if you move forward, judged if you go sideways, judged if you go backwards. You're 1,000% right. I even heard that Oprah has gotten herself into some trouble. Now, look, you know what? I give up. If Oprah is going to get hate, then we all just need to be okay that no matter what we do, we're going to get hate. So, yeah, happy days. So, yeah, all right. So that's sort of my take is, gang, is that I've seen firsthand agents across the country in every city and every state with every different rule. It's because all the states have slight variances on the rules. WA, where I am right now, seems to be one of the more stringent states with regards to this. There's still agents winning. Go have a look at what Tom Carlin's doing. Have a look at what the agents that are not taking it lying down, they're going down swinging if they're going to go down. But what I can say to you is, so long as there's going to be a real estate industry after this mess, then these people that are going harder now, they're spending more time, more effort, more resources on generating appraisals. Now, of course, they're not just doing the same old prospecting tactics they used to do. They're making the adjustments accordingly, but they're not just putting their head in the sand and hoping it all gets better, going on the dole for 3 months and hoping they've still got a business in August. You know, there's better ways to do it, surely. Hey, and so I get on a plane tomorrow and I go back to Brisbane because we've all got stuff. You know, I've got to go pick up my son tomorrow, and you know, we've all got family issues. We've all got things going on in our worlds. But does that mean we give up on our vocation? Do we give up on our lifestyle? Or do we join the 30, 40, 50% of people that are going to be unemployed after this when we don't have to be? We're not like gyms where the government has said you must close. They've said you can still work. I mean, you know what the gym owners are thinking of us if we are whinging about how hard it is? They're going to be sitting there stabbing bloody voodoo dolls because they've had to close their doors. Cinema owners. Virgin, the flight that I'm getting on tomorrow with Virgin has like 5 people on it. How's that? They must be losing billions. So you're one of the lucky ones that you're a real estate agent, that the government has said you can still do your business. Just make a few adjustments, hey? Just only run buyers one-on-one. Just when you do your listing presentations, either do them virtually through Zoom or make sure there's only a couple of people in the room. Jesus. Yeah, there's Alex saying, harden up. So what Alex is, that's going to be the name of their documentary. I'm documenting every step of these guys' journey as they go through this challenge. And the documentary will be called Harden Up, the story of victory in the midst of crisis, or something like that. So Wade is saying innovate and adapt. Absolutely. Now's the time not to take it lying down. It's get the tools in place that you need to get in place. Learn how to, how to do a great high quality virtual listing presentation. If you go down maybe a week and a half ago, or maybe 2 weeks, I did a full hour plus long training session on how to do a great high quality listing presentation with nothing more than the tools, free tools and stuff that you've already got on your computer. If you've got PowerPoint, which you do, and you download Zoom, which is the app that I'm using right now, and the link is above, then you can do a listing presentation of the highest quality. So good, in fact, that I've converted people who want to sell, and they're saying to me, hey, can you sell my property for me? Because members of the public have stumbled across my Facebook Lives and liked what they saw when I was doing that presentation. So, and that was just a role play. That wasn't even, I'm not even real estate. I mean, I've still got my license, but I don't list and sell property. I haven't done so for more than a decade. And so, and that's exactly what happened. I got PM after that saying, hey, I'm selling my property. Can you do my marketing for me? Because they saw my role play listing presentation, yeah, look, some people are going to do okay. Now, I'm not saying be irresponsible or, the jury's out. I mean, here's the beauty of it. We're going to know at the end of this, because Sweden are throwing caution to the wind and saying, let's be careful, but, no lockdowns. You do what you think's right. Many people are still working from home over there. Their numbers will tell the story, and we're going to see. And by the way, Australia needs to be commended, because when you have a look at the global statistics, we're one of the leading countries in the world that have done it right. New Zealand are probably number one. If there's any Kiwis on, massive shout out. So good job. But I guess that doesn't mean we need to hate on each other, because that's the one thing that I've really been concerned about. It's not my business. You guys do what you want. But boy, oh boy, the level of aggro that I've seen, and it must be just the industry in the world is scared, and the way they're expressing that fear is they're becoming less tolerant online with anyone that has an opinion that's different than theirs. That's kind of what I'm seeing. In private groups, I'm seeing infighting like we've never seen before. I've seen agents discussing how best to represent their sellers and their landlords. And I've seen other people leaking those commentaries to the media, and then the media bagging out saying, look at what the real estate agents, how they're going to shaft tenants and all of that. When they've as long as they're being honest, fair and professional, which in Queensland is our requirements that we have to buyers and tenants. We have to be honest, fair and professional. And outside of that honesty, fairness and professionalism, we have to act in the best interests of our seller, period, with a fiduciary level of obligation. That means we have to act in the seller's best interest before our own and before the interests of the customer, which is in this case, the buyer or the tenant. And yet the media are misinterpreting that. Those private comments in private real estate groups, screen grabs are being sent to the media, and the media are hanging real estate agents. I'm seeing all sorts of this sort of nastiness, and it ain't fun. Ain't fun for any of us. It's making us all look bad. So, I wonder what can be done about attitude, because there are people out there that are keeping a great attitude, doing whatever they can within the rules within what they're choosing to do as far as their vigilance is concerned, and then the rules that the government in their state are laying down. And then once they've got those parameters in place, they're going forward with vigor. And so, maybe there's something to learn from that, rather than just throwing our hands in the air and saying, oh, well, let's just hope that, we come out of this all right. Hope's not a strategy, I mean, here's an instance. As many of you guys know, and good, there's only a dozen or so of us on. It's good. I'll talk to you guys. We've got a lead generating service where we prospect both telemarketing and Facebook lead generation for clients. Last week, I demoed them. I grabbed a couple of the VIPs from that ultimate real estate professional, and I'm logged into the wrong account, so I can't see. But there was, I think, 63 appraisals that we generated. 2 of them were real estate agents, so fine. So 61 appraisals that were divvied up amongst the participants of that event. 61. So 61 people at an average of $10, $15 per appraisal or something like that. It was a nice low amount, surprisingly, because the thing that's happened is the cost per lead across our program has bumped up a little bit, but the quality of those leads has increased incredibly. I mean, was it Alex? It was Alex and Felicity actually was saying on one of the days last week, they generated 3 appraisals, 2 turned into listings, and one of them is going to be one. So like 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3 are already listings, and 1 out of 3 is going to be. That's unprecedented. Normally, when we get 20 odd appraisals for the clients who we do the prospecting for, there might be 1, 2, or 3 that are sort of now or soon listings, maybe 10 kind of this year, and maybe 8 are going to be long term. That's the way every bit, all the prospecting you or I have ever done. That's how it kind of works. What we're seeing now is less people kind of just having a look and a think about it, because in this sort of craziness, maybe more, and I don't even know why, I don't know the psychology of why, but perhaps maybe more people who need to sell are contacting us through our lead generation service than historically, perhaps. But there was a client who we generated 15 leads for through Facebook. So we topped it up with 5 or 10 telemarketing appraisal leads for. But out of the 15 leads, 7 of those leads answered the multiple choice question. 7 answered the multiple choice question. By the way, because one of the questions we ask us their name, mobile phone number, email address, suburb, and by the way, are you thinking of making a move at some stage in the near future or at some stage? And the answer to that multiple choice question is yes, so rush me my report ASAP. Maybe, but for now, let's just start with the report. Or no, just see what the market's doing, right? And we always get a mix of all 3 of those. 7 out of 15 were yes, so rush me my report ASAP. And yet that client cancelled the service. And that's okay. You know, I don't want to be in a marriage I don't want to be in, but believe me, their suburb's up for grabs. So if you want to see if their suburb is your suburb, just shoot me a PM and I'll let you know. North side of Brisbane, I might give you a hint. But what does that say about the mindset of that agent? And the reason that they're cancelling the service is uncertainty about what the coronavirus is doing to their business. Let me give you this. No matter what service you've got, whether that's your own shoe leather and personal exertion, or whether you're paying a service, the last thing that should be going in your business when it comes to your expenses, the last person to get fired, the last service that you should be saying, no, thanks, I can't afford it, are the services that bring you new clients into your business, right? That's the last thing to go. The receptionist has to go before that service. The accountant has to go before that service. And I know I say that's crazy, but your accountant who used to be 12 grand a year needs to go down to a 3 grand a year accountant or something. Just give them a shoebox with a bag of receipts before the lead generation systems and efforts go. That is crazy talk. The last thing, you need to go through every expense you've got and question whether it's worth it. And the last one out of all of them to go is the one that brings in new customers, new clients, new humans, new revenue. It's ludicrous, the decision that was made by a particular client. So look, I'm not certain and I'm rolling the dice and spending the dollar. Yeah, mate. I mean, as am I and as am I recommend. Now, I'm not saying to be reckless. I'm also not saying to be reckless when you're investing, but I'm saying invest where you see a proportionate ROI on it. And there is no better investment than investing $30 for a potential $15,000 commission check. Ridiculous to say no to that. But what are you going to do? Lead a horse to water. All right. So I think that's it for me tonight. So gang, there are going to be some people who get through this. Be vigilant. Be as vigilant as you need to be. You know, be safe. Listen to your local government. Listen to your federal government. Listen to the experts. Don't listen to every expert on Facebook that is going to share you a meme with some statistics from blah, 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 and I don't even know what's going on with that 5G mess. Just be careful who you get your info from. And then once you've made up your mind and you're as vigilant and you've got your procedures in place for how you're going to tackle this, then go forward with every piece of vigor that you can muster, every piece of energy, every piece of positivity that you can muster, and go forth and serve your clients. There's going to be winners in this and there are going to be casualties. And which camp you fall into is completely up to you. So I just got some text from Jeff Jowett. I wonder if he can jump on. He might be, oh no, sorry, just saw this. Tomorrow night's good. No, I just said, because Jeff Jowett said that, let me just read it out. Hey mate, thought of you driving along. Let's start getting those webinars going again. The industry needs this, buddy. We got to give them a shot in the arm. Show them the way. So he said there's opportunity everywhere if they don't panic. Good words from Mr. Jeff. So definitely we're going to do that. And we might even be jumping on board tomorrow night. So there you go. So the great Jeff Jowett is, I suppose, echoing those sentiments that I'm suggesting. So there you go. There will be winners. There will be casualties who are going to be looking for a job in August, and whoever it's going to be, that's up to you. You get to decide which of those camps you're going to end up in. All right, gang. Hello to everyone. Thanks for jumping on. Already see we've got 200 or 300 views on this thing, 259 views and rising. So cool. Thanks for jumping on. Hope that was helpful. Give me a PM if you need anything from me. You know where to find me. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Hey, all right, gang. Stay awesome. Bye for now.